Hey, this is Mitch from Black Circle Radio. We are live, day 2, Making Vinyl 2018 conference in Detroit, Michigan. It's been a blast. And right now we have a little-known name. They're brand new to the market. Jeffrey from Discogs. Really stoked you're here, man. Thanks for everything, for moderating the panel.
Dude, 8:30 comes early when it's late. Man, I'm full of them today. Let's do it.
So what I want to know with your takeaway from this conference, and then what the Discog type of view is of the industry moving into 2019, and kind of what you're excited for.
Well, it's great being the second year of Making Vinyl, having such a passionate community around the format, and hearing everyone's plans and what goes into the creation process. And I think we said this at the panel, where it's like from the writing of the song to that record hitting your hand and landing on your turntable. It was really nice to hear like that story, especially from the plant perspective and so on. But as far as the format moving forward, man, it's still a growing. It's still growing for us. We're year over year still ahead of where we were last year and a year before that. Record Store Day has become a cultural event. It's just not a day anymore.
Right.
Yeah, and that's encouraging. There's a team of guys here that's from Panama that's talking about like their record store and how they're specifically how they were using Discogs to find records for people in their shop.
That's awesome.
And they were buying them from sellers on Discogs and then selling them, or not selling them, but buying them for their customers because they just don't have access or don't know how to use it. Just hearing the stories from these other regions outside of the U.S. that resurgence is just starting to happen in, and the interest is there is incredible.
Oh yeah, totally. And the another question I had too with because Discogs marries the physical medium to the digital world, mm-hmm. right? And so it makes it accessible as long as there's internet signal or whatever, you can get that. How does your business model work? Have you noticed any like change in stuff with Vinyl Me Please, with Reverb LP, where there's this market that we're all a part of and use? Has that been a different type of experience having these other digital record services like come to the market?
I just think it brings more attention to the format. It just brings more availability. Deep, at the heart of who we are, we're a tech company when it all comes down to it, right? As a marketplace, we've been around since 2007, I believe that's correct. And
so rad.
But as a company, we've been around for 18 years. So, we've got that loyalty. We've got this huge community. But, also if they find something in some other platform, at the heart of it, we want the collectors to be happy. It's even what we're doing. We're getting ready to launch this site called Discogs Exclusives, where it's a marketplace outside of Discogs, where we're talking to artists, we're talking to labels about surfacing pieces that our sellers can't surface or that our community can't surface. So it's like, just saw Ben Swink over there. It's like there's just a ton of test pressings in their vault that they don't sell. And so they're going to start bringing those things out and moving them through us. We look at that very much as a collaborative process to where we can help bring something to people that really had no chance of having that conversation. Like, you can't call up and be like, hey, Ben, do you guys have test pressings on Icky Thump that I could buy from you? It's like, but we have the influence now to be able to go in and have those conversations. Like we want to make sure that the community knows that we're there for them. Plus it's fun to work on, and I feel like, again, it'll be a great thing. It's like Sacred Bones is going to put out a John Carpenter cassette box set. They're going to only do 500 sets. They're going to sell them all through that exclusive store. And again, like with the cassette format growing the way it is, it's like we're excited about putting things out like that. And I feel like it gives us an opportunity to speak directly to the artist, where the artist may have test pressings from a release, or they may have stuff that they had that was only tour only that maybe didn't sell through, and they've got 10 copies of, and it's not for sale in the Discogs marketplace. Or They could be sitting on stuff that's been in a closet for 20 years and they didn't know they had it. And for the artist, it's like, do you want to hawk your own? No, like I think there's that thing where it's like it feels a little self-serving to do that, and we can definitely give them an outlet to do something.
Man, and so it's going to be called Discogs Exclusives?
Discogs Exclusives.
Well, thanks so much for the time, man, and it's been really, really cool meeting you, and I'm going to be stoked to follow up with you after the conference here. It's great.
Yeah, man, and thanks for being on the panel. And
totally.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That was Jeffrey from Discogs. This is Mitch from Black Circle Radio. We're live at Making Vinyl 2018 here in Detroit. See you soon.